like I say, the German was actually being protected as much as he could. The Germans were always protected. Everyone loved the Germans. I love the Germans. The Irish love the Germans. The British love the Germans. Like I say, British actually means Brian-ish, because there was LS, there's Lucifer Star, and then there was Brian. I kind of came on the scene as basically just Brian, but I mean LS is basically me as well. It's just old me. There's old me, and then there's new me, which is Brian. So, um, so like. So that's why Britain is, or British people they're called British, they're Brianish people, actually. It's a play on words. Like I said, my Irish loved me. And so did the British. Everyone, and all the women loved me and adored me. Like everyone loved me because I was this very rich person that basically said, no, it doesn't matter if you're poor. You're still going to be protected. It doesn't matter what color you are. You will not be killed. Like I said, my German soldiers would go all over the place protecting people. People I didn't know. Like I said, I would send British everywhere. It's like, where is the injustice? Where is it? And my British troops would roll with Irish or whoever, even Indian. It didn't matter. Like anytime, anywhere there was a girl or a child crying out in fear or pain, we would go there. And that's why people loved my Germans. Once I bought Germany, and like I said, a lot of other people were like, we want to, I mean, the women would flock to my thing. Like I say, you'll hear it a lot of times in the past. Well, we gave him to them, or gave her to them because she would have a better life with them than with us. Because we would take her away and put her in a base, in a place where there was structure and organization, and where she would not be harmed for a very long time. When she went out into the world, what happened out there was out there. But as long as she was in one of my institutions or one of my buildings, they would not be harmed. Men with guns would come and protect them and beat whoever it was off of them, even if that meant one of our own people. Anyway, yeah. Some people would say, you turned your back on us. Mostly the black people would say that. It's like, no, I didn't. You turned your back on me and my rules. You decided to be lawless and have no regard for anything or anyone. And when you did that, yes, you became my enemy. So, quite a few people died. Mostly, not too many Germans, I don't think. Some people would say mostly Germans died. But I don't think so, because the Germans were with me. The Germans, they believed in government. They believed in rules. They believed in order. They believed in civilization. So did the Irish later on. Everybody, if everybody runs around shooting and raping, that's not really, that's just chaos. That's not a civilization. That's not nothing. If no one can hold on to their belongings for more than 5 minutes, if everyone, as soon as you build a house, some black guy walks up to you and goes, that's, and then they just take their wife or whatever. And that's what they would do. They would shoot the men in the head, and they would just go move into the house. And then they would rape, and they would go, oh, look, I just came up on a wife and a child. And they would say that. And that's the way it was back in the old days. You see a nice house, you just walk up, shoot the guy in the head, and then you move right in. Between 1800 and 1960, that's the way the world was. And hopefully, and either that person who owned that house had a gun that could defend it, or they didn't. So that's the way it was. Anyway. But I had more.